All right, what's going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? What is up? What's up? What's up? Phil here on the stream. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I hope I find you well today. I'm trying to get my voice back on track here. It's still feeling pretty hoarse. After the past couple of days, I told you a few days ago, my throat swelled up a little bit, and I've been, still working through it. So apologies if I sound a little bit on the hoarse side today. I've got, obviously, beverages, cough drops, and everything that I need here in the case that it starts to give out. But anyway, today is a full day of streaming. All right, folks. A full day of exciting streaming. Today is Tuesday, the 16th of January, 2018. Today we got a fun Demon Souls stream coming up for you right now. And if you didn't tune in last time, you would know that, well, you wouldn't know, but made some pretty good progress last session. Did a bunch of stuff that was pretty difficult. I ran into a bunch of basically walls, difficulty spikes in the game where I had to basically kind of change up my game plan from what I was trying to do. But then I got some good progress, too. I ended up quitting out of a few stages, but then going back and going to like stage 4-1 and then stage 3-2 and beating them. So that worked out pretty well. Okay. And then, I'm moving on now. I don't even know what I'm going to do next in the game today, so I guess we'll figure that out together. Okay. Tonight I'll be doing more Dissidia Final Fantasy Beta. All right. And that'll be fun. I'm going to be playing it. Why am I playing it again when I just played it on Friday? Well, because they've unlocked the other half of the cast of that beta. And I want to see, what exactly these new characters are. The other half of the characters that'll be in the actual full game. I'll probably be playing with at least 2, if not more, of them tonight. So I hope you'll check that stream out later tonight. As you know, the late night streams are definitely more chill streams. Okay. And it should be pretty fun. And then tomorrow, more Demon Souls. Thursday will be the, if you can believe it, Metal Gear Survive Beta. Yes, they made another Metal Gear game without Kojima, and apparently it's nothing like Metal Gear. And then Thursday night, more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And then Friday, probably more Demon Souls paired with random multiplayer that people will be voting on. Okay. On my social media, and then Saturday probably will be a day of all multiplayer stuff. So, fun week coming up. Just wanted to give you guys the heads up of what to expect quickly here. I've had a hell of a morning. As usual, talking with my girlfriend and everything, which I enjoy doing every single morning. But, of course, that's got to be paired in with all kinds of stupid, negative, nonsensical bullshit. Some of which I'm not going to address whatsoever because it's so stupid. When people are just so dumb, they hear stories that are a month old and for the first time, and then they believe them because they are that fucking stupid and gullible. And they bombard my social media feeds, and I'm like, boy, people are dumb. Like, it was already a over a month old story that everyone's already, like, been there, done that, and has moved on from. And then a new group of complete moronic sheep hear it, and they have to fucking come harass me on social media, like, ugh. It reminds me of basically last year. Actually, I take that back, 2 years ago, when I had my accident on stream, and you had the initial wave of crap that hit me, and then, like, a month later, there was another wave of crap when mainstream people started covering it, and then, like, 7 months later, no lie, PewDiePie does a video with that in it. 7 months later, I mean, way to be very, on the ball with that and do it in a pertinent amount of time. Fucking idiot. He did so much later. And then I got another wave. It was like boom, 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 like constant, stupid shit over and over and over. It's like, dude, it just never ends. And it never will, because something like that, obviously, people are never going to forget. And I get that. But still, it's just so stupid that you just, you get the initial reaction to it, something dumb and over dramatic on the internet, and then you got to have waves of it hitting you, boom, 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 later on. Really stupid. But anyway, I'm not even going to bother with that. Seriously, I'm not even going to bother with that, folks. What I am going to address, I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, because at this point, I'm completely and utterly fed the fuck up, and I'm seriously done at this point with this situation. So, very quickly, and I mean very quickly, as quickly as I possibly can, I'm going to explain to you what's going on. All right? And I'm going to give you my end-all, be-all on this situation because I have to publicly address it because, again, I'm being hauled over the fire by my nuts by a bunch of mentally ill fuckheads who think that they have power over anyone, okay? So here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, when all this stupid bullshit story was happening regarding me and fake escorts and all this bullshit over the past month, again, I'm not even going to go into the story because it's so stupid, okay? Some people took it upon themselves. You know, one of them was my moderator here, Vidar Viking, and another one was actually Kay Gallion, who was a former fan of mine, who's still on my forums, but doesn't really like my stuff or watch my videos anymore, amongst, I think, a few other people as well. They went over, to this place, this website, these forums or whatever, and basically started attacking people who were propagating this story. They... you know, I guess, again, I don't know what really happened because I have no part of this place. I will never go to this place, and I will not be a part of it, especially because they track IPs and do all kinds of shit when you go over there, which is why I keep telling people, don't go over there. It's bad for everyone to go over there and be a part of that kind of shit. It's bad for everyone possible involved in this community to be involved with negative detractor shit. And I said that publicly a million times recently, and I'll say it again, okay? I don't know what happened. All right, but all I know is people went over there and basically started, you know, arguing and defending me, white knighting me, and then apparently it got into nasty personal arguments, and then apparently, again, I don't know because I was not over there, and I'm not going to look at any bullshit that anyone puts in front of me because I don't give a fuck, but apparently there might have been doxing, there might have been threats, there might have been all kinds of shit going back and forth. Now, I said this yesterday on Twitter, and I'll say it again. I've had the same shit happen to me, if not worse, right? So isn't it nice and hypocritical of people who over the years have physically threatened me, have doxed me, have swatted me, have done all these horrible things to me, that when all of a sudden it happens to them and they get a taste of their own fucking medicine because, once again, they're promoting a story that's complete bullshit and slanderous about me, oh, God, now that's horrible that you would do that to us. I mean, forget the fact that Phil's been putting up with this for the past 4 years. Oh, it's horrible that this happens to us, okay? But that's besides the point. The point is that people went over there. I know for a fact that it was Viking, and it was probably other people too, I don't know, and engaged in this activity with those people, all right, of some sort. I don't exactly know the extent of what happened because I'm not involved in it. I refuse to be involved in it, okay? I don't want to be involved. I don't want to see, here's evidence of this. Whatever you show me means nothing. Because it can all be fabricated, it can all be twisted, it can all be bullshit, all right? It doesn't matter what really happened over there at all. What I can say, this is all I can do, ladies and gentlemen. All I can do is say this. I have publicly said multiple times, I completely disagree with the actions of anyone who goes over there and or to any detractor site, for that matter, and gets involved in any of their hijinks and shit, right? That basically fights against them fire with fire, eye for an eye, you know. I publicly have been slandered, derided, doxed, swatted, all these things over the years. I don't do that back to the people who do it to me. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that that is productive. I don't agree with any of that whatsoever. I think it's horrendous because it doesn't work. That's the other thing too. It doesn't even work anyway. Even if, right, you say, oh, well, at least you get an inch of revenge. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anyone. It just makes things worse. I said it yesterday. It's like hitting the hornet's nest, right? You just enrage the hornets even more. Okay? It's that simple. And, you know, so here's what happened, folks. So yesterday I talked all about this on pre-stream, and I get told, well, the reason I mentioned this on pre-stream is because this group of people are doxing people. They're actually going around and looking at viewers of mine, all right, and they're doxing them. They're finding out their personal info, their name, their address, in some cases their IP address, their personal Facebooks. They're looking at their family members on their Facebooks and making fun of them and stuff like that. It's stupid shit. Quite honestly, it really can't do anything but just stupid trolling. I know for a fact because it's happened to me, and really all it is a fucking annoying when people harass you for a few days on social media or whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But the bottom line is my viewers are concerned because they don't want to be harassed and they don't deserve to be harassed. Why my viewers are involved in this, I have no idea, because I have nothing to do with it and my viewers have nothing to do with it. So literally what this situation is people who are malicious on the internet using malicious means to harass people that have nothing to do with any situation whatsoever because they can. Okay? It's that fucked up. All right? It's seriously that fucked up. It's internet extortion is what it is. Okay? It's internet extortion is exactly what this is. And it's illegal, but, it's the internet, folks, so you have no power over it, right? So after talking about this on pre-stream yesterday and publicly denouncing anyone who would be involved with these people and say, don't fuck with them, don't mess with them at all, leave it alone because you're hurting all of us, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. All right? Then I get told you need to publicly name names of the people who went over there. In particular, you got to mention your mod Viking. You got to mention that he went over there. Again, I don't know that he did. I don't care that he fucking did. I publicly already said I don't want anyone going over there, and I do not support anyone's actions going over there and doing any kind of negative actions. And, I denounce those actions because I don't ever want them to happen again. I just want it to end. But that's not good enough. Now they move the bar. Okay, now you have to publicly announce that it was your mod, Viking, who did this, right? Okay, so I did last night. All right? I fucking go on Twitter and I say, okay, I don't know, whoever it was, whether it was Viking, whether it was K-Gallion, whoever it was that went over there, all right? I do not support these actions. I did not ask these people to go over there and do that. I do not want them ever going over there again. The best way to get out of it, get out of this situation, is to just say we're done with it and wash our hands of it and say this is stupid. Just stay to the streams, stay to our side of the positive stuff, and stay away from the negative shit. So I named names, which is what they wanted. So they said, oh, okay, well, Phil named names and we'll stop doxing people now. So then overnight, Viking gets angry at me on Twitter and says, basically you're kind of calling me out here for stuff that I did on Kiwi Farms when I don't believe that I did it. All right. And I went back to him and said, listen, I don't know what you did or didn't do. I'm not there. I refuse to be a part of it. I don't care about the drama. I'm 35 fucking years old. I'm not part of this little kiddie shit. I'm not going to look at shit and say, oh, he did this or he did that. Because again, anything you show me can be fabricated. Any post that was a screenshot of a forum can be completely fabricated or falsified. So I don't care. I know for a fact because over the years people have done it to me. They show me things that supposedly I said and did. I'm like, that's not me. But, that's evidence, right? So I refuse. I absolutely refuse to look at any of this shit and say definitively someone did something or didn't do something. There's no way you could prove it to me. Internet is internet. It's all can be bullshitted and fabricated. That's why I refuse. I will not be part of it. I will not be part of this kiddie shit, all right? So all that, now again, this morning I'm being told, oh, well, Phil, did you hear? Now because you have not outright admitted that your moderator went over there and did this and that now the doxing will continue. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done with this shit. All right? Here's what I'm going to publicly say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done with these people completely. All right? No matter what I do or say, they will push the bar further. They will say, well, here's the next thing you're supposed to do, Phil. Here's the next thing you're supposed to do, Phil. Because all they're doing is trying to show their power over people. That's all this is. All right? Because I've already done what they want. They want people to stop going to the forums and stop fucking with them and don't attack them or dox them or threaten them because they feel that that's wrong. I've already done that. I've already taken care of that for them. And if anyone else does it, all right, anyone goes over there and fucks with people who are detractors, it's your own fault. You're the one who stirred the hornet's nest, and I'm not going to take any fucking responsibility for it because I've already publicly told you not to do it. All right? I've already told you. It's that simple. Okay? So it's this simple, folks. I've done everything I can in my power at this point to help. I can't help anymore. These people they're doing it for a reason because they want to show that they have power over people. That's all it is. And I said this a few days ago before giving you the full story You know, you got to be careful the shit you put out on the internet. You have to, because when you put information out on the internet, all over social media, all over a million different websites of yourself, your family, places you've been and everything, people can figure out personal stuff about you, all right? And there's no protecting against it. There's not. Once you put that information on the net, it's there forever. Once you put a single snippet of information on the internet, it's there forever. I've had a few people ask me, Phil, can you just delete all my information from your forums? No. Because even if I found a way to do it, which, by the way, there is no way to do it besides manually deleting hundreds of posts, all right, there's internet archives of all that shit. Right now, there's an archive of my forums that it has all the information anyway. Once you put something on the internet, it's there forever. A lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, I made a mistake. Can I erase it? It's hilarious when people are like, I just want a delete or edit feature on Twitter. Why? People can still see your original tweet. It doesn't go away forever. It still exists. It's all archived. You know what I mean? So it's all stupid shit. Okay? It really is. It's all completely stupid shit. But anyway, it doesn't matter what I say or do anymore at this point, and today proves that. Because now twice, I've completely gone out of my way to tell people, don't fuck with people on detractor websites, leave them alone, stay away. If it was Viking who went over there and did this shit that they're accusing him of, I don't agree with it. I don't want him to ever do it again, and I don't agree with that he did it in the past, okay? But that's not enough for them. Now they want me to admit that he did it and all that, which I can't. There's no way I can admit that he did anything. I wasn't there. Anything you show me now could have been doctored, and I don't give a fuck anymore. You've literally turned me completely off to the whole situation, and it's your fault. Dear detractors, it's your fault. You're never going to get what you want because you went too far. You went too far. You actually got me to the point where I'm so apathetic at this point because I've done everything I possibly can. I went above and beyond what you asked for by telling anyone in the future ever to never go over there. And now you're like, oh, well, that's not enough. Well, no, you did it. You're done. You got everything out of me that you were going to get. And now it's your fault. You can blame yourself. You have no one else to blame but your fucking self because you couldn't, first of all, didn't even contact me directly on any of this at all. You just posted shit up on your own forums. I don't read your forums, dummy. I don't go to your fucking stupid negative places to begin with of the fucking bowels of the internet where you roam, the toilets of the fucking internet that you spin around constantly. I'm not there, and I never will be there, all right? Never. And I don't have nothing to do with it. If you actually wanted action, you should have acted like mature adults, which you're obviously not, and you should have contacted me via official means. You could have emailed me. You could have actually directly contacted me via the forums. You could have contacted me via Twitter. You didn't do that. Instead, you propagated this giant dramatic cloud of shit, and then you just expected that the waft of the shit was going to eventually get to me with what you exactly wanted in your fucking terms of your threats and your extortion plan, okay? It's your fault. It's your fault now that I can never give you what you want because I can never believe you. Because now you've created such a cloud of shit around the situation that the stench will never fucking clear away. So, good luck. You have no one to blame but yourselves. You know, I can't stop you from doing what you're doing. Anything you do at this point is in your own morality and your own actions, so you're going to have to live with it. The fact that you're going to dox people and do nasty fucking shit to people, it's your own problem at this point, okay? I can't control what you do. I've done everything I possibly could do to stop you. I went above and beyond what you wanted, and what you want is impossible for me to give. As a logical human, you know, it wouldn't even mean anything. If you right now presented to me, oh, here's evidence, I can't even tell you definitively it's true or not, and admit that Viking did something or didn't do something, and it's your fault, because you did this the wrong way. So, congratulations. Your giant effort to extort shit out of people has failed. You can do whatever the fuck you want moving forward. I can't affect it. I apologize to anyone who may be negatively affected moving forward by this bullshit. I tried as well as I could to stop it, and, it's out of my hands now, and it's their fault, not mine. It's that simple. Okay? That's it, because that's it. It's one thing. Oh, Phil, we want Phil to acknowledge this, so I acknowledge it. Oh, now we want Phil to acknowledge this, so I acknowledge it. Now we want Phil to acknowledge it. Enough. 3 strikes, you're out. Enough is fucking enough. If you had actually something you wanted done, you should have come to me first, but you didn't because you're morons. So there you go. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm done. Now I'm officially 100% done with it. And I'm never going to address it again. Never. And they can do whatever the fuck they want. Obviously, I don't want them to do anything. And if they had an inch or an iota of morality in their beings, they would just say, well, it was fun while it lasted. It looks like, it's over now. We'll move on to the next thing. I'm sure we'll find another thing to hold Phil over the fire for. Another new dramatic bullshit story or whatever. And yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just so stupid at this point. What can I do? I can't anymore. I don't know what else to say. I can't. I mean, I wish that somehow in 10 years of me making video game videos on the internet that I could have control over mentally ill people who hurt other people on the internet. I don't. And I can't give them what they want. They want an impossible thing I can't give them. And so it is what, this would be like, this is the equivalent of bank robbers, okay, holding hostages in a bank. And they say, well, we want, $5 billion within 20 minutes. Or else we're going to start executing people in the bank. And it's like, huh? Like, we can't do that. Even the most realistic person would be like, we can't do that. And it's like, it's so stupid. We want Phil to publicly admit that his mod Viking did these horrible things. Even if I say, okay, Vidar Viking did horrible things on a detractor website. He doxed people. He threatened people and their families. I do not condone it. There. Guess what? It means nothing. Because you can't prove to me that anything happened. You ruined it for yourselves, you fucking idiots. So there you go. See? It meant nothing, stupid fuck. You're so dumb. I don't even know what else to say. I really don't even know what else to say. You actually ruined the situation for yourselves. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. My God. Anyway, folks. That's it. And that's all I'm going to say. And again, I'll just say this. This is the final time I'm addressing it. I apologize to anyone who may be negatively affected by people like this in the future. All right? I don't want you to be affected by it. Okay? But I can't control what these mentally ill people do on the internet. I just can't. And again, I apologize. I tell you this, moving forward, you got to be careful what you put on the internet because people will find a way to use it against you. This has nothing to do with me whatsoever. I never went over there and messed with these people. And they're doing it because they are fucked in the head. And they think that they can get away with shit like this on the internet. And the bottom line is they probably can. If you do feel at risk, contact your local law enforcement. Let them know what's going on. And say, here's this group of people who are threatening me. They put my information on the internet. And if someone ever researches it and looks into it and finds out who these people are and stops them, great. But, there's nothing I can do about it. At this point, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done, What can I do? I'm tired of it. I'm seriously tired of wasting my fucking time on pre-stream and on Twitter. I've got other shit to do, As much as I do care about my viewers and fans, I don't want them to be negatively affected by sick people on the internet. I can't stop every single one of them. This was a situation where I had no power to stop it from the get-go. Because every step that I took doing what they wanted, there was another step. There was another step. Okay, enough. Seriously, enough of this shit. I've had it. So all right, that's enough for that. I'm done. It's over. Moving on to positive stuff, moving on to the usual stuff, and that's the end of it. These people have no one to blame but themselves for the fact that they can't get what they want. So, there you go. All right. All right, everybody. So, now that that's over with, finally I can get back to positive shit. All right. Last night, we hit a new record high for subs here on the channel, which was awesome. I believe, actually, we hit 494. I'm pretty sure we did. I think it was 494 by the time that the stream was over. Now we're at 493. So, oh my God, we lost a single sub overnight. Not a huge deal, obviously. We're only 7 subs away from hitting the big 500 sub goal here for the month of January. As you guys, I'm sure, remember what the reward for that goal is. Do I need to mention it? A DSP tries it of some kind of a shower product, which seems to be what everyone wants. At least you have to think that people would want that, or else why the hell are they, why are they adamantly pushing every day towards the sub goal, right? By the way, I should say this too. If we hit 500 subs, I do have an idea for another goal. Another DSP tries it, and no, it won't be in the fucking shower, okay? But yeah, basically, I have an idea for another level of goal that we can push towards. We can push towards for the rest of the month. Probably 550 subs. Although, quite frankly, folks, I don't think we're going to hit 550 subs, and here's why. I said this a couple times in the past day. I'll say it again. If you guys aren't aware, back in late December, I held a couple special events for the holidays. I did a Christmas gaming marathon, as well as a kind of a fundraiser at the end of the month. And on both of those days, I got giant spikes in the amount of subs that I had here on my Twitch channel. So, the Christmas Gaming Marathon took place on the 22nd of December. It's currently the 16th of January. So chances are, folks, when we hit the 22nd of January and the 1 month expires on a ton of those subs that I got that day, the subs are going to plummet. Probably, I guess, by about 30 or 40, because I got a ton that day, like a lot of subs. So unless those people come back and immediately resub, all right, I don't think that we're going to be able to maintain enough subs to hit like a 550 goal this month. I'm still going to try, but we'll see, all right? But the current goal is 500. We're only 7 subs away because we went down to 493 overnight. Awesome if, you guys do sub. I appreciate it. We're so close. Next few days, I'm going to be doing Demon Souls, Dissidia, more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, this freaking Metal Gear beta that's probably going to be ridiculous. Pretty silly, pretty awesome, the amount of ridiculous variety this week coming up. Maybe we can hit the goal. I hope we can, because like I said, we got basically kind of 6 days to do it before we're going to plummet here. So, 7 subs left. Let's do it, folks, if we can. I appreciate that. Keep in mind, we've already hit the Tier 1 goal for the month, which was being able to do an Indies Marathon, which will happen. The Indies Marathon will happen. It'll take place either late February or early March, more than likely at this point, early March. All right. And right now, if you jump on my Patreon, you can be eligible to nominate and vote on games for that upcoming Indies Marathon. So let me use this as the transition to talk about my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, folks, where your pledges earn you cool personal perks and also help me greatly in my efforts to continue doing this for a living, including paying for the cost of internet, paying for the cost of games, the cost of electricity, equipment. Recently I just bought a new set of headphones that I needed to keep doing this. So, pretty cool that you guys are so supportive and have come out and support me with Patreon over the years. I appreciate it. Your pledges earn you personal perks such as getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting the ability to nominate and vote on games for upcoming events. In particular, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month, you'll be able to nominate and vote on games for the upcoming Indies Marathon. Also, you'll be able to get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, that's coming up in late February. And you can also get a private Q&A video made. I just made 3 private Q&A videos Sunday night, and all 3 people who got them have messaged me back and said, Phil, we loved the video. So that's the highest level perk you can get, but it's also the best one in my opinion, getting, 20 plus minutes of private Q&A with me where I will answer whatever you want in a video just for you. So, folks, please check out my Patreon. Consider pledging. Again, it helps out. And, if you want to get in on this Indies event, now is the time. Okay? Ooh, my neck. Oh, just my neck left and right went crack, 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 crack. Holy shit. All right. In addition to that, obviously, we've got my Teespring store where you can get cool t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, and all kinds of stuff. All fan designed. you know, over the past year, my viewers and fans have been pretty awesome designing different logos and stuff for this merchandise. And anything you buy from my Teespring shop, I get a sizable commission from, and it helps me out significantly. And in addition to that, if you send me a picture of something that you ordered off of my Teespring, I will share it on social media so people can take a look at how good the quality of the stuff actually is, okay? In addition to that, later this year, there will be a new line of product designed for my 10th anniversary as being a content creator on the internet. And, yeah, pretty cool. I will give you guys more information on when that stuff is available, when it is available. All right? And then last but not least, folks, if you're actually here live on the stream, if you're not watching this on demand on YouTube, but you're here live on the stream for it, and you'd like to either cheer, sub, or tip to participate in the stream, I will give a verbal shout-out for any cheers, subs, or tips that you do contribute during the course of the stream. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll actually get a pop-up on-screen thank you notification as well, where you'll get visual and verbal recognition. Just a reminder that in order to cheer, you need to do 25 bits, okay? And that's just to prevent spam. A few weeks ago, we had really bad spam where people were doing 10 bits, 10 bits, 10 bits, and we couldn't even play the game or start the stream, so I had to increase it. All right, it is what it is, which is necessary for the growth of the channel. It had to be a little bit more. In addition to that, it is at my discretion what you cheer, if I will read it. If it's something that's completely derailing to what we're doing here on the stream, if it's something negative, has to do with detractors, for example, or all the bullshit that I'm not going to address anymore, obviously I'm not going to read it. If it's a troll cheer, I'm not going to read it. You know, it's at my discretion what I read, okay? So, yes, folks. Thank you very much for your contributions. YouTube this month has been incredibly slow. I mean, it's really bad. The ad revenue completely plummeted over there. And in addition, the whole first week of this month, I played Metal Gear, which was completely demonetized because Konami took all the ad revenue on it. So, on YouTube this month, I'm doing god-awful. Like, the worst month I've ever had on YouTube, no lie. Since I started on YouTube, it's the worst month I've ever had. But I'm hoping that your guys' contributions here on streams will make up for it, okay? So, consider cheering, subbing, and tipping. I appreciate anything that you do contribute. And, again, we're pushing towards this 500 subs goal. And hopefully we can hit it relatively soon before we get that big drop-off of subs that I know is impending within, say, 5 or 6 days, okay? Okay. So, let's now go down here. Let's do some shout-outs, folks. Mr. Swaggins... Well, hold on. Did I do it? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta see if there's any overnight... We actually might have overnight cheers. We might have had them. I'm not sure. I did not check. I have to refresh my screen here. Alright. Refreshing everything. Okay. Yes. Okay, hold on a second, folks. So, every once in a while, we get people who overnight actually contribute. When I'm not even live streaming, they come out and they'll cheer, sub, and tip when I'm not live streaming. That's very much appreciated, especially because, obviously, if I'm not even here putting out content for you and you remember me and you come and support me, that's pretty amazing to know that there's so many people who enjoy what I do and feel that there's, you know, obviously positive meaning to it. You come out and you do it when I'm not here. That's awesome. Thank you for that. It's pretty much, you know, amazing that people even keep me in mind when I'm not live streaming. So that's neat of you. So I got some special shout outs. We've got Jason Voorhees 2BMLG, who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you, Jason Voorhees. Infinite did 3 50-bit cheers. Thank you, Infinite. And Jack Spartacus did a 25-bit cheer. So thanks to all of you guys for... Oh my god, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Thanks to all of you guys for your overnight support. I do appreciate it very, very much. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now let's move on. To people who actually cheered, subbed, and tipped during the stream here. We had Mr. Swaggins, who did a 25-bit cheer. And he said, "What's Gucci, Mr. Brunel?" Well, Gucci is a designer line of products, isn't it? Isn't it clothing? Isn't it like handbags for women as well? And isn't there like just like a huge designer line of products and stuff? I think so, right? I mean, obviously I'm not the epitome of fucking fashion sense where I would know everything about this, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So there you go. Alrighty then. Then Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, "Who was the former ally to you that turned to the dark side?" I don't know what you're talking about. And as I said, I don't really want to bother with this shit. Let's just go ahead and continue. Sasaki did a 25-bit cheer, and he said, "Man, you know, for once, can we just have a normal stream and ignore stupid nonsense of people insulting and doing kiddo shit? I mean, this is starting to get boring, dude. I come here to watch a fun stream, and I find this." I agree with you, Sasaki. I 100% agree with you. The only reason I had to bring it up today is because, again, they were threatening and being coercing and, you know, every word you can use for something that's illegal and terrible to do to people, they were doing if I didn't address it. Well, guess what? I addressed it for the last time, and it's fucking done now. So that is that. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer. He says, "I agree with Sasaki." And then basically he said, "I just don't want drama on the pre-stream." I hear you. I don't want it either. I don't like being pulled into this stupid shit. I don't. I would much prefer to just be here doing live streaming and having fun every day, gameplay. I literally had nothing to do with the situation. I never did. I never went over there. I never interacted with these people. I don't care about these people. And I'm done with these people. There you go. Philly Jake 94, resub to the channel for the 14th month in a row. Thank you very much, Philly Jake, for the resub. I appreciate that. 14 months is quite a long time to support me on Twitch, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Shao Kahn Artist tipped me $3 and says, "Randomly thought about one of your first playthroughs that I watched, Mega Man, when you had Rambo back then on dual commentary, and when I first heard the term beginner's trap." Yes, it's a term I've used many times over the years. It was actually, I heard it first from the Angry Video Game Nerd, to be completely honest. And I've used it ever since in my vocabulary, my vernacular, because I think it's a really good thing to use when you're referencing video games that have pitfalls and or ways to die or fail that literally there's no way you can avoid them the first time until you know that they exist. You know, a good example of that is Demon's Souls, where, for example, I'll give you a good one. The other day I was in stage 3-1. It's the prison cell in the tower. And you can't see anything because it's so dark. Purposely, they made it so you can't see far ahead of you because it's so dark. Running along these cells, you know, opening every cell, and there's a hole in the floor randomly, fall through, instant death. You're like, now wait a minute. How on the fuck were you supposed to know that was there? No way you would ever know unless you died to it. And then when you know it's there, you know it's there. Same thing, there's bridges. And the bridges look completely and utterly solid. You walk across the bridge breaks. Well, you wouldn't know that. It's a beginner's trap. You're a beginner, you're going to fall for the trap, right? So that's what a beginner's trap is. And that's kind of how the Angry Video Game Nerd used it too. So there you go. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer. He says, "Let's say that your Twitch channel has exponential growth in a small period of time. How will you combat falling behind on your special events?" Hold on a second. I gotta see. Holy shit. Ugh. What a sneeze. I basically sneezed and choked and coughed and everything at the same time. Ooh. Okay. So what Mr. Swaggins is saying is, let's say, for example, all of a sudden my Twitch channel blew up, right? And I kept doing goals, and the goals kept being hit. So let's say, for example, 500 subs, boom, I hit that today. 550 subs, boom, I hit that tomorrow. 600 subs, boom, I hit that Thursday, right? Well, first of all, that would be amazing. Do I believe that will ever happen? Probably not. I'm more of a realist. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm being a realist. I mean, my Twitch channel has had lots of growth. Don't get me wrong, and I'm really happy with the growth it's gotten. Do I think it's going to get that crazy exponential growth like that? Probably not. All right, let's be real here. But that being said, yeah, I'd be ecstatic. And would I fall behind on goals? I mean, what I would probably do is try to set these new goals so that they're more realistic and easy to do. Like I said, I already got an Indies marathon. I'm not going to be stupid and say, oh, now I'm going to do another marathon. Now I'm going to do another marathon. To the point where I have a week of fucking marathons and now I'm so backed up on games I'm playing that I can't get anything done. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'll try to make it more realistic goals. For example, the next goal I'm thinking of for 550 subs is a special DSP Tries It, where I'll be reviewing something that I think would be a really funny thing. It's one of 2 different products that I have in mind for it, okay? But anyway, yeah, you know, that's what I would do. I wouldn't keep doing events that I know, oh, there's no realistic way I could keep doing it. You know, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. All right, Kekin did a 25-bit cheer. He says, I was actually supposed to go to class right now, but then, if you can believe it, moderate snowfall in Texas. So I called my professor, and I'm staying home instead of driving in bad conditions. Yeah, it's funny, because this year, there's been a lot of really weird winter weather in the United States in particular, where there's been a situation where cold temperatures, snow, ice have moved into places that normally don't get it. You know, Texas is probably not equipped for snow. Just saying, they probably never had it, and if they have it, it's so rare. I'm pretty sure they don't have fleets of snowplows to come out and clear the streets. So, it's pretty funny to me because, you know, I used to live in Connecticut, and in Connecticut we would get snow all the time. And in Connecticut, having snow all the time, it's not a big deal. Okay? We get used to it. You drive in it all the time. So to them, it's like a way of life. It's just normal stuff. And then I moved out here to Washington. When they get snow in Washington, no lie, they get like 1 to 2 inches. It's like the apocalypse. Everyone boards up their houses. Everyone, there's no plows. There's no real plows that go around here. People just drive on the snow and have it melt. It's pretty wild because people are not used to it around here. They think that it's like, you know, oh my God. And for me, it's like, what? This is no big deal. You know, this is no big deal at all. So, pretty silly. But anyway, that being said, good on you for not risking it, because sadly, some people say, oh, snow. And then they immediately drive out there. They fucking start spinning and shit. Get into accidents stupidly. You know. Better if you're not well equipped to handle it and you're not used to it, to stay at home. So, there you go. Tokyo Trump did a 25-bit cheer and said, hello. I don't know what that was for, but hello, Tokyo Trump. Hello. Infinite55 did a 450-bit cheer. Thank you, Infinite. And Infinite says, hold on. I'm sorry you've been placed in this precarious position. Hang in there, buddy. Thank you, Infinite, for the support. But at this point, I'm not in any position anymore. I'm not in any position to do anything anymore. It's over. The whole situation's over. And that's that. Zasaki did a 25-bit cheer. He says, you didn't get my overnight tip. I'm sending a bomb to PayPal and burning Muxie. There you go. All right. I don't know what he's talking about. I honestly don't know what he's talking about. I mean, it might have been that maybe he did actually tip me overnight and I can't see it. Maybe Muxie didn't pick it up. If that ever happens, I do apologize, folks, because I do know that sometimes that does happen. That sometimes things don't get caught on Muxie. It's happened a few times. There have been days when Muxie didn't work at all. So I do apologize to anyone who maybe, you know, something gets through the cracks. Sometimes you guys are so supportive. There's so much coming through. You know, I'm reading, and then I miss one. So I apologize for that, guys. I do. But I do thank you for all of your support. And sorry if I do miss out on something that you send me. Sometimes things slip through, and, you know, I do my best. Let's see. Mr. Swaggins did a 50-bit cheer, and said, or 60-bit cheer, excuse me. He says, were you actually serious about the whole Gucci as a designer brand? What's Gucci could also be fancy for what's good. Oh, so I didn't even know that. I guess that's new slang. What's Gucci means what's good. I did not even know that. Alrighty then. New slang, folks. I'm not in with the kiddies. I don't know. I don't know, man. But Ratcha Fan did a $3 tip and says, I may not have been around much lately, but I am definitely proud to be one of your mods. Thanks so much for giving me a chance to help you out, Phil. All right, Ratcha Fan, thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate that. I'm going to grab a cough drop, everybody. Yes, my voice is raspy. It's all worn out. I told you guys. Recently, with all the stuff I've been doing, definitely the 3 Q&A videos that I did Sunday, it was 2 straight hours of talking without any break. Not like when I do commentary on games. My throat is shot. It is. But I got to try to tough through it, because right now I'm in a position where I can't afford to take time off. So, all right, hold on a second. Let me grab a lozenge. Okay. All right. I got a Hall's menthol lozenge, so hopefully this helps my throat. Let's see here. Rage Gaming did a 25-bit cheer. He says, you're a good gamer that gives an honest review on games, so keep going, man. Thank you, Rage Gaming, for your support. King of Hypocrisy did a 25-bit cheer. And he says, the doctor wants to know if you like anal. Of course. Who doesn't? What the hell? Alice Telemon did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, I just switched to earbuds for this stream, and your voice is almost shot. Take care. Yeah, I know, man. My voice is, like I said, there's been so much going on. And me constantly streaming and constantly talking and everything. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm hoping that it will be relaxed a little bit more over the next few days. Tomorrow I'm only doing 1 stream, which is good. Coming up in mid-February, I'll have a few days away from streaming because my girlfriend will be moving in. So, at least I'll have some time off. So we'll see. Anyway. Zasaki did another 25-bit cheer. And he says, the tip said, if there's any way to support you besides things like tipping and cheering and things that involve money, you know what I mean? Is there anything else that we could do? Well, honestly, the only other thing that I could really say would be if you like my stuff, right? If you enjoy my stuff, you like my streams, you like my gameplay videos on YouTube, you like everything, then, please, spread the word. Spread the word about me. Tell a friend. Tell someone else who enjoys gameplay streams, hey, there's this cool guy on Twitch, and, go check his stuff out. That's about it, word of mouth. Positive word of mouth is the other way that you can help, outside of cheering, subbing, tipping, Patreon, Teespring, and all that, okay? Word of mouth is how I actually eventually got popular on YouTube. It was nothing about, I didn't promote, I didn't collaborate. It was all about just word of mouth. So, okay, there you go. Hank Duma. Give me a $10 tip. Thank you, Hank. He says, anything on the Yakuza Kiwami continuation? I know it's not a game for a big audience, but when there's a slow time next month, wishing you all the best. It's possible. Right now, I'll be honest with you, Hank. What I'm trying to do is just get through the stuff that I'm handling. I wanted to do a Demon Souls run now because I knew it was the last chance to do it. Because of the servers going offline, I had to do it now. And quite frankly, right now there's no big AAA new release going on. So I needed something to be like the meat of my main streams. Okay? And people have really been enjoying the multiplayer stuff I've been doing with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and stuff. So that's kind of the stuff I'm balancing this with. And it's working. Okay? Moving forward, will there possibly be more downtime for Yakuza Kiwami? Yeah, possibly. But again, I don't want to promise you guys stuff. Especially in particular with some of the stuff that's coming up. I'll give you an example. In the month of February, there's Secret of Mana, the remake, that people are probably going to want to see because it's a new remake coming out. And I'm also going to be doing Super Mario Sunshine. So I'm going to make no money on YouTube on Super Mario Sunshine, $0. And Secret of Mana, more than likely, because it's a JRPG, probably won't get a lot of attendance after the first couple of sessions. So that being said, I'm already going to be doing 2 things that aren't doing very well. I don't want to say that, not doing very well, but aren't going to be very profitable for me is what I should say. I'm pretty sure then I shouldn't wedge in a JRPG that I stopped playing in September of last year and see if anyone's going to show up to watch it. You know what I mean? Yakuza Kiwami will probably be a game that if and when I play it, it'll be a game that'll be major downtime, or I balance it with a big release when there's nothing else whatsoever going on. Right now, we just haven't gotten there yet. There really haven't been any big releases or anything at all so far this year. So, until we actually get to the point where it would make sense to balance that with other stuff, Yakuza Kiwami will remain on the back burner. Okay? All right. All right, folks. There's still more to go. The Last Rambo did a 500-bit cheer. He said, well, thank you very, very much for that, Last Rambo. And he says, your Demon Souls is very funny. I would advise not to use the ephemeral eyes unless you're fighting a boss. Why not finish the stages in order? World 1 is the easiest of them all. Because you can't. You can't go to World 1 3 until you beat one of the archdemons. There's a block. You can't finish it. That's why. It does not let you into that door. That's why I didn't do World 1. I did World 1-1 and 1-2, and then it did not allow me to do World 1-3. That's why I didn't finish World 1-1, or 1-3, excuse me. Alice Telemon did a 25-bit cheer and asked, will you ever do game reviews on stream? I miss KO Gaming. That channel was super good. I'll be honest with you, Atlas, right now, game reviews are the last thing that I'm really concerned about. I am. It's the last thing. Because I loved doing them when I could. You know, a lot of people liked my game reviews and said that they were some of the best on the internet. Because I was incredibly stark and honest and didn't hold back. Okay? You know what I mean? And I loved doing it. The Hateful Truth was a great series. But YouTube has decided, for whatever reason, that when you do highly edited videos, they demonetize them. And it doesn't matter if it's on KO Gaming. It doesn't matter if it's on the King of Hate vlogs. It seems like no matter where I upload these videos, they get demonetized. And there's a lot of time and effort that I put into these videos. Just for them to get demonetized, it ain't worth it. So that's why my reviews ended. Quite frankly. And what I had to do was make up for that with things that were going to be profitable so I could pay my bills, keep my house, right? That's why I've become pretty much a full-time streamer. And this is my focus now. If you want my honest opinion on a game, come check out the playthrough stream, right? Or on demand on YouTube. Or typically in the last part of a game, you know, I give my final thoughts on it. That's where you're going to have to find it. I don't know what else to say. You know, I realize that things have changed from the past. I get that. And it's hard to move on. Especially people who have loved that series. But it's YouTube's fault. YouTube fucked up their website. You know, they're the ones who fucked everything up. It's their fault. No one else is to blame. And that's the reality of the modern day, folks. Okay? All righty. And then shout out to Atlas Telemon again for 25-bit cheer. And he says, I think that the tractors choose bad games for you to do to strain your voice. They're ridiculously long and they don't make you that much revenue. No, listen. Do I think that it's people purposely doing it? No, I don't. I think that it's people like to see me play certain styles of game. And I do have a small, hardcore group of fans that enjoy watching me do whatever I do. And therefore, they want to see me do things that are, for example, Danganronpa, right? Playing a game like Danganronpa where I'm doing all this voice acting, or not really voice acting, but just reading a ridiculous amount of text, is incredibly straining on my voice. And quite frankly, that's one of the reasons why my voice got so strained in 2017 is because I played 2 fucking Danganronpa games. That's nuts. But people wanted it, you know what I mean? And now I got people asking me, when am I going to do Danganronpa 3? No time soon, if ever. Not until, you know, I can get back to the point where my voice is healed. And it seems like every time I take time off, I'll take like 3-4 days off to spend with my girlfriend. My voice gets better. And then within a week, it's back to being hoarse again because I'm talking. So, at this point, you know, no, I'm not going to be doing anything like that anytime soon. But, no, I don't particularly think it's a group of people trolling me or anything. I just think that certain people like to see me do things that are more rare. Right now, seeing me do JRPGs or text-heavy games is very rare. So that's why people like to see it. And when you get an opportunity like a Patron's Choice playthrough, that's what they vote for because they want to see something very different from what's the norm that they'd see me do. That's what I think anyway. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer. He says, I hope Rockstar remasters Grand Theft Auto 4. It's my favorite Grand Theft Auto. Maybe they will for the 10-year anniversary coming up. Maybe, yeah, this year. It's funny, I actually saw on Twitter, I think it was IGN had done a little Twitter montage of these games all hit 10 years old this year. When you look at it, you're like, oh my God. You know, games like Mass Effect, Grand Theft Auto 4, you're looking at them, you're like, damn. These are basically some of the best games that happened last console generation. And they all hit 10 years old today. Pretty wild, right? Because I know a lot of you guys are younger, you know, younger than me. I'm 35 years old, but I know that many of my viewers are, you know, teenagers or in your 20s. And you think back 10 years ago, how young you were when you were playing those games, if you played those games, right? I know. Pretty crazy. That was the year, 2008 was the year when I started on YouTube. And that was the year that I was really trying to get back into console gaming and re-immerse myself in gaming. And I played games like Mass Effect and Grand Theft Auto 4 offline because I had never recorded for YouTube before. So, pretty nuts, right? All right, and the final cheer here from Atlas Telemon. Did a 25-bit cheer, and he says, been playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 consistently, and hope playing you again online sometime. I really have no desire to go back to that broken game. I'm being real with you. I just don't. I have no desire to go back to it at this point. I think I'm just going to hold out for May, and then this Anniversary Collection will be the next thing that I play. All right, folks, we're going to get started with Demon's Souls right now. However, FYI, folks, I should call this out. You may not realize it. We just lost 3 subs. I don't want to say lost, but 3 subs expired during pre-stream. So we're down to 490. So again, if we're going to do this major push to hit 500 subs, we need to push now. Because if we don't hit them in the next 5 days or so, we're not going to get it. Okay? We're not. Because I know we're going to get a big dip on the 22nd in particular. So, push, push, push. I'll keep mentioning it. As the subs go up, I'll mention it on stream. Let's hit 500. Every day we've been going up. The record now is 494. Let's see if we can top that record today. Okay, everybody? Okay. That's it, folks. Let's end the pre-stream and let's begin with Demon's Souls. Here we go.